Hey guys, Qui-Gon Jake here, and welcome back to Transport Fever 2. Now, in our last episode, we had worked on expanding our rail service and upgrading a lot of our trains to be faster, quicker, better, stronger. And as we roll into Flagstaff South with Barbara's little baby boy, you might notice we have a few more platforms around here. Flagstaff looks kind of different. And it is actually a bit different. I worked on having to overhaul the bus system because of how big Flagstaff has gotten. And I spent way too much time getting this curve around thing to fit. And I was like, I'm not keeping that in the episode. It was just boring as watching paint dry. But with that in mind, we have a very healthy 52.3 million now in the bank, and I've expanded. I haven't made anything new. I've just expanded the number of trains that we've had so that we can keep getting more money in. Here comes the Hiawatha Special now. Yeah, this bridge is it's a little special. It's a little curvy. It really slows the trains down, but not a big deal. I've overhauled, let's see what else. Phoenix has also had to have its bus stations revamped because it was just, again, woefully inadequate. Phoenix is up to like, what, 918 people. Man, that's an explosion of stuff. That's nice. And let's see what we got here. This is the Race to Flag train. But yeah. I forgot to do an opening. Alrighty, and we are back. And I can't believe I totally forgot about the intro there. Funnier things have happened, but that is okay. So there are a lot of things for us to tackle in today's episode. One that I'm not sure if it's going to be this episode or next episode is going to be getting the passenger. It's probably going to be this episode, honestly. Is going to be getting the passenger line connected between Flagstaff, Mesa, and Phoenix. The goal will eventually be to go from Phoenix to Temecula to Page to Flagstaff, and we have oodles of money to be able to make a rail bridge to finally connect poor Page. She's just been sitting out here all alone. But another thing that we're going to work on doing is getting our steel industry up. As we have the Phoenix Steelworks Company here, we've got the Mesa Goods, or the Mesa Steel Mill over here. We have lots of coal and iron. This is probably what the big boy is going to be doing, is just hauling massive amounts of coal and iron to make steel. We'll then take the steel to the west to create machines, along with the lumber from the Mesa Forest here, as well as the Mesa Goods Factory, and also, I think we had a goods factory in Phoenix. Yeah, here it is down there in Phoenix. So, let's go ahead. The first thing I have to do is perform some unpleasant surgery on Mesa. I also need to redesign the bus route. So instead of showing you how I redesigned the bus routes of both Phoenix, Flagstaff, and Temecula, I'll show you how I did that by working on Mesa. So first things first is I got to get all the trains out of here, because this is going to disrupt traffic flow significantly. Let's speed them along their merry way. I have to really completely redesign Mesa's passenger station, because you can just see their growth is exploding, and there's this massive wall of cars. What I probably will have to do, and I don't like this option either, is I'm probably going to have to double size the road. This is going to cost so much money. Oh my gosh. That's so expensive. I mean, I have the money, it's just, again, it's like, ugh. The traffic in Mesa is just so bad right now. I might stop there and then go this way, since this is the main road. The good news is, because Mesa's growing, I don't feel terrible about doing this. 2 buildings be removed, 1.7, 2.2, ow. That hurts. That hurts me so much. I would up double road this, like Mesa's. I just lost like $20 million just from doing that. Ouch! Okay, this all has to go. All of this goes. Enjoy the sounds of bulldozing. because that's what's going to be on air for the foreseeable future. Alright, which line do you need to be on? Okay, it doesn't matter, because I have to bulldoze this anyway. Uh-oh. Missed one. You can't delete track that a train is on. Okay. There we go. So, that is Mesa repurposed. So, to get this the way I want, I need to delete these roads. That needs to get smoothed, because that looks absolutely terrible. Let's go ahead, probably going to go ahead and delete this road right here. Because I'm thinking of putting Mesa's passenger station right in here, which that might cut through a lot of her. Delete that out of the way. Get that out of the system, and then before I forget, because I really want to make sure I get this upgraded. Why am I not upgrading? There we go. That was weird. Get this all upgraded. Since this is a road that is currently now actually being used, I do want these roads to be modern roads. But that's not what we're here for. We are not here for this. We are here for Mesa's station, which is going to be... I thought I was going to put it here, but now that I'm looking at it, I wonder if I should put it back here, since this would go through fewer routes. Although I don't think there's any good place to put it, if I'm being blunt. I really don't think there's a good place for it. Mesa exploded in growth before I had the chance to really nail down and create a good station for her. I will probably bulldoze this and put her right here. It's not going to be pretty. The routes in and out are not going to be fun, but I think it will be very necessary. So let's go ahead. Let's get a 140 with high speed catenary. I might do a 320, just, no, that's way too big. I'm not going to have that many. I have a lot of passengers in Mesa, but not that many passengers. Alright, so now I got to make sure that the ground is level here, so that the rails don't have a problem when they come into town. Okay, that looks like that's all pretty level. That's good. Oops, that road needs to be upgraded. Oof, another 1.16. I've lost like half my money just from redesigning Mesa. Oh, that hurts so bad. That hurts me so bad. Right in the feels. Let's go ahead and plop her down here, I think. Although I do need to also get a bus stop in for her. Let's just pop this down here and see what this leaves us with. Because I want to see if her main passenger platform extends to the street. It doesn't. Okay, that's a problem. So let's do this. Let's do platform, sneaky double platform, and then passenger buildings. Now it's collision. Dang it, nope, gotta rebuild the station. Wah wah. Okay, I don't know if that was further out or not. Also, is this level? I don't think it is. Now it's level. Let's see if that's the right size. Isn't this exciting? Nope, not even close. Alright, I'll do my cheeky little platform trick. Try again. Nope. Cheeky little platform trick. Come on. Yeah, there we go. That's connected. So that just means I have to rebuild all of this. Da-da-da-ba-ba. So, how is your guys' day going? I hope you're having a swell and fantastic whatever day it is that you are watching me stream, or not stream, watching me play this. I hope that you're having a great day. I have had an interesting day. I was in the passenger seat driving home with a friend, and we were just driving and talking, and suddenly the loudest bang that I've probably ever heard while driving or in a car happened to our left, and it was this trailer that had this, one of the tires just blew out. Really scary, not gonna lie. It was very loud and definitely unexpected. But yeah, now I'm just playing train games to kind of help calm my body back down so we can get on with the day. Let's see. I don't know if I need this fourth line for anything, but because Mesa's so big, I will put it in just in case. I really only need 2 lines right now, and it's going to be these 2 stations 3 and 4, because yeah, I really only need 2. I really only need 2 platforms, because I have the route that's going to be going clockwise, and the rail line that goes counterclockwise. And then, I mean, I might eventually move out to Independence, but it's such a tiny town. Like, I don't really see that happening. That's tough. Because I don't see the relevance of having multiple stations right now for Mesa. I just don't. So I think what I'll do then is just have an extra line, and I'll reroute stuff if and only if it becomes relevant. That being said, let's delete this. I know this is a lot of just construction stuff, but don't worry, we'll get into the good stuff here soon. So we have that platform there. That will be the one that might go out to Independence. Otherwise, this will be the main platform. Because I know if I put it on the outside line, it's going to be weird. It's going to create problems. Okay, and because the trains are getting so big, I'm absolutely going to be putting in some shade for them, at least in the main 2 zones, because that's where they're going to be standing for the most part. Alright, that's Mesa. Now it's time to get the rail connection. Okay, yes, that's fine. Okay. Like that. 60 miles an hour is not bad. And then let's do it again. Let's see if you're going to cause me that lip issue. Surprisingly, no. How about you? Also surprisingly, no. Wow, how polite. Actually willing to work with me. What a pleasant surprise. Alright, we have another connection to have to make, though. This won't be nearly as pleasant. Although I'll probably just have this go straight. There's no reason for me to have to make this complicated. Let's do that, and then let this connect like so. Bringing this rail along like that. Once again, no problems there. Good to see, good to see. And then we're going to grab this line here and bring this around like that. Yeah, 100 miles an hour, that's what I want to see. Good speed. Good speed. Because right now that's our current limit for speed on the tracks. Okay, this was a little too far forward. Let's go ahead and get this all linked up. Same with you. There we go. Alright, so that is the new way in from this direction. Now it's time to get the route out from Mesa. So I'm definitely going to want to make this like a very, it needs to be a decent curve, but not too much. That's a bit of a zinger right there. But I don't want to make this higher going up. Because I do want this braking to be very temporary. slow down. I don't want this to be a... Oops, oh, I needed that. There we go. It is a very sudden break, but you know what? I'm okay with that. It cuts a little bit into the terrain. I might smooth it out if I really want to. Boy, this is a really sharp turn. I'm actually not a fan of that. Because if I have to expand the station, I won't have the infrastructure to do so. Or the spacing, I suppose you could say. Like, I'm gonna add 2 extra rails that are just straight, just for the sake of having extra space to work with. So let's do 50 if I can, and then let's get that up to 75, and then let's get that over to 100, like so. There we go. I can work with that, and then we should be able to do this. Perfect. There we go. That looks better too. That just looks better. Okay, so that is Mesa. Let's call this Mesa Passenger Station. We'll just call this Mesa Station. And we will need to get a new bus route in before we can play it. So let's get buildings. Let's get... Because Mesa's getting so big, I might really need 3 stations. So that would be what they would look like. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Is that level with the train station? Yeah, looks like it. Cool. And then let's go ahead and grab in an extra passenger station in here. And I think that's all I can do. That's fine. So that'll be for extra passengers. That then connects... Ooh, I don't like how that doesn't look good. Let's fix that. There we go. That's better. There is a bit of an elevation change, but not very significant. And nothing a good little bit of leveling can't handle. Okay, so that's the new Mesa Annex bus station. This is the main station right here. Although, I just realized I don't have any adjacent terminals. Can I plop any down here? Plop one in there. How much does this hold? 35 passengers. It would be very risky not to have anything. I don't like destroying this industrial thing here, but I'm gonna do it anyway. And then like that. So it'll be a bit of a weird wing for Mesa, but I want that extra space and storage in case it's just swarming with passengers, because it has been recently. It's just so many people here in Mesa. I wonder where they all went. I wonder if they're like all right here, all 200 of them. All right, well, that is that section down. Let's get this train back on the rails. Delete you, delete you. Okay. Yeah, you're going to tell me that that isn't right. That's okay. So we've got this curve in for Mesa. So we now have Flagstaff, Mesa, Phoenix, and then right now we should have that sharp U-turn, the sharp turn at Phoenix. Eventually we'll get Flagstaff, Mesa, Phoenix, Temecula, Page, Flagstaff. I mean, I could just leave Page out to dry, but it would... I don't really want to do that. Not if I don't have to. Okay, so we now need to get 2 rails for this entire leg of the journey, because we're going to have 2 directions. Trains going right on this track, and trains going left on the other. So what do we got here? Is this the yeah, you're the problem child, aren't you? Can I do this? I don't think I can. I think that signal is blocking my path. So I think this needs to do that. Yeah, that's where we need to go. I just need to get a second line, even though it's not how it's going to stay. I do need a second line. And here we go into the station. Let's see, I have one route going from Temecula. That arrives on line 1. The departing line, I guess the Phoenix Mesa, that comes in on track 2 and track 3. Boy, I would almost prefer to have 2 different platforms, because there's just so many people on one platform. Decisions. I don't want to expend this, but I also don't like having the entirety of Mesa's traffic on one platform up the loop. What can I do about that? I suppose what I can do, I may have to leave this for now and do this off camera, because this might just take a lot of finagling and it's not going to be very exciting. So for now, we're just going to leave it be, and I will showcase how I solved the situation in a future episode. Maybe, if people are interested in that at all. Okay, so we have 2 lines going this way. I'm debating whether or not to keep the Temecula to Flagstaff route. It just it isn't profitable as far as lines go. For now, we'll keep it. At least we'll keep I don't know actually if I want to keep it. Let's see, let's get rid of this signal. That way I can connect you. Okay, what's going on? Is anyone actually changing lanes? No one's changing lanes. Then that line goes away. This is no longer connected. So let's go ahead and do that. Boom, like that. And then 32 like that. We have this going up all the way here. Okay, then this is a mess right here. Hey, this is a real rough of a mess. Alright, while I work on getting this traffic situation sorted out and get that second line up for both directions, why don't you guys enjoy some trains in the meanwhile? We are back. I have set up the track, double tracking, and now it's time to start working on the lines. Let's get the Phoenix to Mesa passenger. We're going to start this one. This is going to be our, these routes are going to be our counterclockwise. So that means Mesa will be our clockwise. So it goes from Mesa Station to Flagstaff, South Flagstaff Station. See, that works. That connects. And then from South Flagstaff Station to Rail Harbor. Okay, it works, finally. Okay, we have something that works. So Rail Harbor Station. That is our Mesa route. So it gets in on platform 3. Or technically it's platform 4 because this line has platforms 1 and 2. So yeah, platform 4 is where you go in if you're going in a clockwise direction. I'll need to call this the Passenger Express probably. Pass Express. And then we're going to do this as clockwise. And then this will be known as the Pass Express counterclockwise. I'll finagle the spelling later. And you start at Rail Harbor. Oh, I know what the problem is. That was the problem. I had it trying to connect to too many stops. So you are going from Rail Harbor Station up to South Flagstaff Station, then over here to Mesa Station, back to Frail. So now what I can do is I can just put a bunch of one-way. I don't even have to make them one-way signals. I can just pop them wherever really I feel like they would go. So one here, and then maybe one here, one here. This is going to be the really exciting part of the episode. Where we put back all the signals that we took out. And then another one here, and then here, and then one final one here and here. Now over to this side. So this is going to be where things get a little more dicey. So red and blue. Okay, I don't need this line, so that one can be removed. So it's right here that things get goofy. So here and here, that's where that line connects. And then right about here and here is where these two lines intersect. Alright, so back to here. We now have one stop. One here, one here. Put ones at the end of this. There and there. There. I don't really expect them to ever even really use these signals. Because, like, let's see, what do we got? So then we have here, we need to also get a whistle, and then a signal. You're not going to need a signal because you're already going to have one coming out. But what you do need, you already have one, good. Alright, continuing this happy train along, we've got a signal here and here. Signal here and here. Signals here and here. This is kind of how it is in the real world, where there's just lots of signals, but they're pretty close together. So that you can kind of optimize your routes. There, and can't see all the smoke. Cough, cough, cough. And then one final one here and here. right before we head into Mesa Station. There we go. Okay, now that we have all that set up, I have two things to do before we can finish the episode. One is to get the trains upgraded and take out whatever loans I need to. Two is redesign Mesa's bus system. That shouldn't take too much. Holy Moses. Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay, hang on a second. That's a bit of an emergency right there. Platforms. My goodness. We're going to put those here so that I can put in. I knew we had a lot of stuff. I didn't know we had this much stuff that was coming in. Okay, good. We can do this. Can I put in one here? No, I cannot. But that's okay. I should do this, this, this. Yeah, there we go. Those things are going to be completely overcrowded. That station has how much stuff? Like over 300 goods. And I have 2 long trains dealing with this. I mean, look at these guys. Look how long they are. My goodness. More stuff to have to expand. But back to the current situation. So I have 3 of these guys, and I need to upgrade all of them. Currently, I found that as cool as the electric PRR class GG1, the maintenance is just more. The Hiawatha's do pretty much the exact same thing. They don't have as good tractive effort, but they do a good job. So I'm gonna keep the one electric one that I have, but the rest are gonna probably go back to passengers. Oh yikes, that's a lot of money. So this is how much capacity? 72. Yeah, that seems decent. Let's go ahead and get some money from the bank. Let's get this up to 45 million. That's fine. So replace all 3 of these. Boom. And then if they're the ones that are on the wrong side of the tracks, I need to get them over to the right side of the track. Although it looks like there's no warnings. Surprising. Alright, that was relatively painless, getting those all upgraded. Let's see. I will fit in some convenient track connectors, though, just for safety. Or fine, be that way. I didn't want to connect that one anyway. Ah, jeez. Alright, so that's that. Yeah, you're fine. You already have your connectors. And then you're fine. You got your connectors there too. Okay, so that is the main passenger route setup. So now, the last few minutes of this, we're just going to have to reset up the bus. So we don't need this bus stop. Not anymore. We do need a bus stop here. We need a bus stop. That kind of actually removes that one. We need a bus stop here because of just how big Mesa's gotten. Like that. We still are going to keep the one that's downtown, and we're going to keep that one in the industrial district there. We are going to delete this one and move it over to... Ooh, man. I really need to push these buildings. How much is that going to cost me, though? 5.5 million. Oh, that hurts my soul. Man, I don't want to place that in this area because this is where a lot of our trucks go. There's just so many of them use that route. But I don't really have much of a choice, I feel. Like I might put it here. And then I need to get another one here. And then a final one out here. What's your catchment range? Some of you are catching the same buildings. I might move you just a little further. Here and here. Because I want you to connect to those and grab those. Geez, I really also need one way out here. And then argument could be made I need one here. And the one here actually I could have kept. I want to put it here. Yeah, there's a lot of bus stop situations. That's that. Oh yeah, that middle of town. Let's move that here. That might have been the better choice all along. Okay, so now I just gotta work on getting the road connections. This is a weird. I'm gonna leave this road. It's gonna cost me money, but right now it just looks so ugly. Let's get that street fixed. Like that. Wow, that's a sharp incline. Alright, that's fine. Delete that. That's fine. I don't need a bus stop there. Okay, and now it'll be basically connecting the bus stops together. So I'm going to do that. This will be fun because it means I have all these bus. I'm just going to probably wipe the slate clean and just start over with Mesa's bus lines, because right now trying to untangle this mess would be a real pain in the neck. Like I mean, I don't like losing all the information, but at the same time, I just manage vehicles. I just need to start fresh. Let's just start fresh. There you go. Delete you. Makes a taxi. Delete use. Oops. Manage line. Delete you. Okay. So these are all freight routes. So now it's going to be 5 lines. Let's see, what do we have? Mesa is a perpendicular street or town. So I try to get routes to go to each sector. For example, this route would hit these 2, maybe these 3, and this would be the industrial district. Then I'd hit this one, and maybe that one, make that the commercial district. Then hit this one, this one, and make that the residential district. So 5 stations probably was overkill. 6 stations, okay, that is overkill. Nope, I hit the play button. Don't do that. We are not ready yet. Passenger. Can I hit this? Nope. Alright, that's fine. Whatever. So, new line. Mesa Annex to Central. Let's see, that's gonna be a challenging one. Yeah, it's gonna have to turn around. And this also, I just noticed, does not have a second bus stop, and it should. There we go. There we go. Grabs that, turns around at the light, comes back, hits 14th Street. Bingo. So this line will be called the Mesa Industry. I'm just going to call this Indy. Mesa Indy Taxi. Let's give that one a nice yellow color. And then we're going to do a new line. This one's going to hit the commercial, so it goes there, hits that, and that's it. Let's give this one a nice blue. Boy, that is a long trip, though. How many stops? That's 4 stops. Why is that Jackson? There's 2 Jackson Streets. Oh. Well, that's not really nice or helpful. Yeah, for commercial, I like to have it at only 3 stops. So I'm gonna probably just remove this one. It's a shame because, well, no, that one does hit it. So I'm not gonna worry about it then. Remove Jackson Street. Because I want this one to be a quick route. And right now, otherwise, it isn't. So let's see, Mesa Annex to 9th Street to Jackson Street. So it then turns here, goes around this way, hits Jackson Street, and then comes back. It's a bit of a trek, but I'm going to leave it for now. There's probably a more efficient way of doing it. If you can think of one, let me know. This would be commercial taxi. And last but not least, this one's probably going to have 2 separate routes. This is going to be the residential. This would be Mesa Res 1, taxi. Now let's do a taxi 1. And then let's do a new line going from here to here to here to here. Wait, William Street does not have it. Yeah, it does not. Let's fix that. Is anyone else going to William Street? No. So yeah, this one's a 4th street, but they're right in line with each other, so I'm not as worried about that. And I like that light green, actually. That's actually a nice color. This will be Mesa Res Taxi 2. And then configure, nope, not that one. Residential, I want to manage that one, make that one not quite so blue. This one needs to be a fairer green. There we go. And that, I believe, is every station accounted for. Yep. I think it's every station, unless I blindly missed one, which is entirely possible. We have one extra station more than we need, but I'm okay with having an extra one just in case we have a need. But this also will help keep this main road unclogged, because right now it was just way too convoluted. So I have 2.5 million. I'm going to want at least 3 buses for each route, and I have 4 routes, which means I need 12 buses. Just barely not enough money. Borrow a couple more mil. Let's go up to 15 mil just so I have enough. Because I might grab an extra bus. But for now, we're going to go ahead and stick the first 3 on Mesa's Indy tax. Next 3 going to go on to Mesa's residential, number 1. These guys go up to Mesa's residential 2. And then that leaves these guys to Mesa's commercial. Where is Mesa's? There it is, Mesa's commercial taxi system. They're buses, but you know, taxi bus. What's the difference, right? They're the same thing. They're not actually. Don't listen to me when I'm saying they're not. Look at all these poor displaced people. Like where are we supposed to go now? All right. Well, now it's time to just play it. See if this design works. Alrighty, we are back after just a little bit of time to see and make sure all the trains are running on the right tracks. And Mesa's back up to as full as it ever was. 265 passengers waiting for a train to be going to Phoenix. Nearest train, it looks like, is the Hiawatha Special. It's already full up on passengers. Zephyr's already gotten back to making a profit. That's good to see. But also, oh my gosh, the Mesa Freight Station is chocked full of supplies that need to get delivered. And we already have 2 of these big berthas going at a time. Their power rating, though, is starting to slow down just a little bit. The size of the train was about half the size as it is now. So I'm really pushing them to their limits. But that's going to require even more freight cars, which is going to require a stronger engine. What we need, ladies and gentlemen, we need the big boy. And we need it in more ways than one, because next episode we're also going to start trying to tap into all the coal and iron mines in this world. And that's going to require some heavy chugging power, and the big boy is the one. The one to carry all the goods for a very, very long time until diesels catch up, which they will. They absolutely will. Alrighty, well that is going to do it for this episode of Transport Fever 2. I hope you guys did enjoy. We got a lot of really kind of almost mind-numbing work done, but it was very important, and I did want to show at least how I do that for anyone else who plays the game and wants to know what are my strategies and tips and tricks on how to do it. Hopefully I didn't put any of you to sleep. If I did, well, I'm so sorry, but that was what this episode was. And next episode, we can look forward to some serious hauling power, as I believe the big boy comes out in 1944, which is next year. So, until next time, this is Qui-Gon Jake. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye-bye!